Hi everyone, I hope you guys are all doing great. I hope your week is going amazing. Welcome back to my channel, and today we will be talking about how to shop smarter at Aritzia and also ranking Aritzia's top brands from the worst to the absolute best. If you didn't know already, Aritzia likes to market themselves as a higher-end fast fashion brand. So typically Aritzia is a little bit more expensive than things you can find at like Zara, H&M, Forever 21. However, they are still fast fashion because they cycle through a lot of styles within one season. So overall, they're just known as like a higher-end fast fashion. The reason why I wanted to make today's video is because I have been a long time shopper of Aritzia. They have eaten a bunch of my money, and I've definitely made a lot of mistakes when purchasing their clothes, and also I've been able to find a lot of good things. I wanted to give you some tips and advice on where to optimize your money, where to spend on, what is good to spend on versus what you shouldn't be wasting your money on. These are all from personal experience. I don't have any fashion knowledge. I just wanted to provide some tips today. So with that said, let's get started right away. So to get started, I'm just going to give 2 quick tips on how you can really save money and make the most out of how much you spend at Aritzia, because like I said, it is a higher end brand, so a lot of their stuff is quite a bit more expensive than a lot of other fast fashion brands. Number 1 is pretty obvious. It is utilizing the sales tab. So I never really actually shop at Aritzia store-wise. I usually go online because they have a really good sales tab, and when you click on that, you can scroll through pages and pages of sales, and it's really good because I feel like a lot of stores don't really have a good sales rack. They only have their full price items and then maybe like 1 or 2 things for sale, but Aritzia actually has a great sale tab, and you can scroll through a lot of pages. You can easily filter out things like size, color, brand, and things like that. So I really took advantage of the sales tab and wait for things to go on sale, because Aritzia also has really fast fashion, so they cycle through things a lot, and within one season you can get a lot of things on sale that are still within that season. The second tip I want to give you guys is try to focus on purchasing more higher quality material. So what does that mean? It means trying to focus on higher quality fabrics and natural fabrics such as silk, linen, cotton, wool, alpaca, any of those natural fabrics, and avoid things like polyester where they're synthetic, such as like nylon, elastic, polyesters, and some things are also semi-synthetic like rayon, viscose, which are kind of the same thing, and they're a little bit better than just polyester and synthetic fabrics. So when I'm shopping, not just at Aritzia, but a lot of other stores, I really pay attention to the type of fabric that my clothes are being made from. You can easily tell what the fabric is made out of by looking on the inside of the item and then looking for the washing and care tab. On the back of it, it should always tell you the percentage and what material that's made out of, so that's something I really pay attention to. So now we are going to get into ranking Aritzia's 4 brands from the worst to what I think is the absolute best. The only brand that I will be leaving out of today's ranking is TNA, which is known as Aritzia's loungewear, sportswear, exercise wear kind of brand. The only reason why is because I don't really purchase from TNA, so I don't really want to provide a review for a brand that I don't really purchase from, so that's why I'll be leaving TNA out of it. So the 4th and worst brand, unfortunately, that I want to mention is Little Moon. Unfortunately, the reason why I think Little Moon isn't the best brand to purchase from Aritzia is that it isn't really up to par with what Aritzia brands themselves as, which is a higher end fast fashion. So the material I noticed from Little Moon is mostly all synthetic. It is polyester, and not only that, it's not a very high quality polyester. The material is often very cheap. It's very thin, and it's made to break easily. It's made to be worn 1 or 2 times, and then you have to cycle through and then buy new things. So that's why Little Moon, I don't think, is just a very nice brand overall. Just to give an example, I bought this dress from Little Moon. You might have seen it in my Instagram posts last summer, and I really like the style of this when I first purchased it. It's not that I don't like the look that Little Moon was going for when they were making this dress. However, I just don't think the material is really up to par. As you can see, the material is very, very thin. Whenever I wear undergarments like a bra or underwear, you can easily see the lining. I'll give an example of when I went to Malibu recently to do a little photo shoot, and every time I got a picture of myself, you can really see the linings of my undergarments under these dresses. So I really didn't like that. I think that dresses should be a little bit higher quality, especially for Aritzia. I think that they should be better in protecting that. There's no lining underneath this, so it's very, very thin. And overall, I think it's a cute dress. I like how it's supposed to go for like a silky kind of feel. But I wouldn't really purchase from Little Moon again because even though they are a bit cheaper, they just don't have really high quality items. And for this dress, yes, it's cute, but I don't think I'd purchase something like this again. So my third brand is Sunday Best. Now, Sunday Best has always given me something that's like either very good or kind of questionable, so that is why it is in the third ranked. So starting off with the good, I think Sunday Best does really good on their dresses because I think they have very high quality dresses and they're made very well. They made very comfortable to fit. I bought this dress from Sunday Best last summer and it is absolutely one of my favorite dresses to wear. I really like the pattern and it's really soft, it's really comfy to wear. And if I look at the top layer, this is actually a pretty thick fabric. It's not so thick where it's not breathable. It is very airy, but I can just feel from the feel of the material that it is a bit thicker, and if I wear this, it's not going to be see-through and it won't show my undergarments. So I really like it this way. One thing that I hate from fashion is when I find a shirt or a garment I really like and the material is just way too thin. So I think that's a very telling sign that a piece of fabric is very cheap because they're trying to minimize the use of materials. It kind of defeats the purpose of being a shirt or something because you're gonna have to wear something underneath, and I think that a lot of times that's just not flattering. It's pretty inconvenient, so that's why I don't like too thin of garments. If you look underneath, there's also a really nice lining. This is very soft. I thought it was going to be thick, but actually this dress is very breathable, and this dress, like, overall, it just slides on like butter. When I wear it, I always feel very comfortable. I can definitely see myself wearing this like on a date, out with friends, out to the beach, wherever, and just be like super comfortable in this dress. So that's why I really like it. Now, one thing I didn't really like from Sunday Best is their shirts. I bought this shirt last summer. I thought it was really cute when I saw the thumbnail. However, it really didn't work for me. I don't know if it's just me. I didn't really like the fit of this shirt. It's really thin, first of all. Like, if I hold it up, it is just really thin material and you can easily see through it. Also, they have this ribbon where it ties around just like a lot of dresses do nowadays. However, I think with dresses it's really nice because they tie it neatly around the waist. However, this one is just like a little bit too high. Like, the way this one ties around my body, it's kind of in my lower chest and upper abdomen area, and because of that, it just feels like I have like a wire bra like slipping too low all the time, and it's just super uncomfortable for me. So I really didn't like the fit of this dress. I didn't like the material. It's actually made from rayon and viscose, which is a semi-synthetic fabric. However, I just really didn't like it. I think it wasn't high quality. Another thing was that these sleeves, I think they were made for a girl with noodle arms, and while I don't have like super duper fat arms, I would say, I feel like I don't have noodle arms, and because of that, whenever I'm wearing this dress, it's like squeezing on my arm, and because of that, I always feel like self-conscious. I'm always like hugging my arms together like this because I don't want people to like see it squeezing my arms and like my fat in like an unflattering way. So I've never been like super duper insecure of my body. However, wearing this shirt just makes me really insecure. I don't like the fabric, I don't like the fit, and overall I just didn't think it was the best work from Sunday Best. Okay, moving on to my second favorite brand at Aritzia, which is Babaton. Now, Babaton is known at Aritzia for having a lot of business professional, business casual type clothes. They have a lot of suits, blazers, slacks kind of clothes, and I really like it because they're actually pretty high quality. One thing I really like about Babaton are their pants. I think that white pants are just something very elegant, classy, something very classical, and can be matched with a lot of things. So I definitely recommend, like, every girl just get a pair of white pants. They look very nice, can be fitted to a lot of different outfits. And this one is from Babaton. It's really, really nice, and I like it because it has a smooth texture. It feels soft, it feels thick, and unlike the other garments I mentioned from like Little Moon, and they're thick enough that when I wear them, I can't like see the undergarments underneath. So if I'm wearing like a colorful underwear or something like that, you can't really see it, and that's what I'm looking for. Like, that's all I'm asking from clothes, not to show my undergarment.
Is that wrong?
Even though they look kind of thick, they are made from nice material and they're airy, so they're breathable. You won't really sweat in it too much, and I could definitely see myself going to like a tropical environment, like Hawaii or something, and still being able to wear this all day without it breaking a sweat. It's actually 50% cotton, so it's a cotton polyester blend, and so it feels much nicer. If you look at the inside on the lining, there's actually lining here, and that feels soft, so when you put it on, it just slips on like butter, and I really, really like Babaton pants. Another example is the purple pants here, and these can be styled any way. They're also the same way. They're very silky when you put them on. It's actually a triacetate polyester blend, and it's very high quality. It feels nice, it feels smooth, and overall just fits my shape and form without it being uncomfortable. And so that's why I really like the Babaton clothes. As I already mentioned, Babaton is well known for like their suits and stuff like that, and I got like a vest on sale from there one time. It is pretty thick, but it's still breathable. Inside you can see there's really nice lining. I think that's also a very good teller if a garment is high quality or not. Just looking at the lining, like, does the lining feel cheap, or does it actually feel like they used a lot of good material, and is it silky, is it smooth inside? It is actually made from all rayon, so it is semi-synthetic, and this is a very nice one. When I put it on, it feels very lightweight. I've worn this in like 80 to 90 degree weather before without it having been an issue, and overall this is just a really nice jacket. It looks nice, it looks classy, and I just really like it. Another piece that I want to show that I won't be trying on is this dress. This over piece is very thin, however there's a nice lining underneath. It's very airy. I like the pattern, and underneath you'll see that there is a lining, so that way it'll be protected when you're like wearing undergarments or something. It won't show. I bought it last summer and I still wear it all the time. It's actually 100% polyester, but that's why I want to give an example, because there's definitely a difference between like higher quality polyester versus very cheap polyester. Remember how I said for cheap polyester they usually use very thin fabric, and they're trying to like minimize how much they have to use, but for this I feel like they did a really good job with the stitching. When I look at the stitching very closely, it's very nicely done, and when I stretch it a lot, it's not gonna like break that easily. Inside the lining stitched in very nice. It feels soft, and overall I would have guessed this is like a rayon or viscose piece without looking at what it's actually made out of. So I think overall this is a very nice skirt. So if you're looking to save a bit of money, definitely go on to the sale tab of Aritzia and then look for Babaton clothes, because I feel like they have a really good price but also make high quality materials to back up for that price. Okay, so for my top favorite brand at Aritzia is General. It's Wilfred. I think Wilfred just stands out above all the other brands because it really focuses on using natural material in their clothes while making high quality clothes and doing really nice on stitching. And I feel like their focus is really trying to give you the highest quality clothes that they can offer, given that they are still fast fashion. And I've been really impressed with Wilfred over the years. So I have been buying Wilfred since I was in college, and this is actually the first shirt I've ever gotten from Aritzia. It is a Wilfred shirt. I used to not pay attention to the make of my clothes, but this is actually a silk blend. So the shell part of this blouse is actually 50% silk, and I think that's really nice. I am really impressed that they were able to incorporate silk, a really high desirable fabric, in like a fast fashion item, and that's why I'm really impressed by it. It's very soft, the stitching very nice, and I have had this for like 5 years now. It has been in the washing machine like countless number of times. Before I even knew it was silk, I threw it in the washing machine with like a lot of of other clothes and it's still alive today. I love it. It's very pretty. I wore it just a couple weeks ago to a meeting for pharmacy school, so it's just like overall really good shirt. It's made to last, and that's why I like Wilfred. Another piece from Wilfred I got more recently is this cardigan. It's actually a wool blend, so if I look at it, it is 50% wool and 50% cotton, which is great. Like, this is all like natural fabrics, and I really like this because it is soft, it keeps me warm, and when I look at the stitching up close, like, I really like how they stitched it together. They made the sleeves really nice. I really like how this cardigan was put together. These pearl buttons that they have are really cute as well. They haven't really fallen off yet. And I've had this since last summer and have worn it countless times over my dresses, shirts, anything. Being in LA, I don't really want to get too hot, but sometimes it gets a bit chilly at night. So this is a really, really great cardigan to just keep me warm while still not being too warm at the same time. So I really, really love this cardigan. It is super nice. Now, Wilfred tends to be a bit pricier compared to the other brands offered at Aritzia, but I really think they are worth the price. The last thing I want to show off is this tank top that I got from Wilfred. It was actually on sale. I got it for 30 bucks, which is really nice because it is actually 100% Cupro. So if you don't know what Cupro is, it is like an alternative to silk. And I really like how they were able to incorporate it into this tank top. Whenever I wear it, it keeps me super cool because it has a nice silky finish and a nice silky feel to it, so it really helps me keep cool in the summertime. Again, I've worn it like in 80-90 degree weather in LA heat, so it doesn't really stain that much in terms of like your sweat, so I really like it. The stitching, you can see like on the top, like the frills right here, they're done really nice, so that's really impressive for like a $30 tank top to me. When they pay attention to little details like this, I really love this tank top. I wear it multiple times, so this is a very nice shirt and I like the deal I got on it. I think that Babaton especially and Wilfred are like up there in terms of their quality, but brands like Little Moon and Sunday Best might be a little bit lower. They kind of compromise on quality by doing more synthetic fabrics and focusing a little bit less on quality, which I don't really like. I personally like higher quality items, even if I had to pay a little bit more. But for Wilfred themselves, I would definitely willing to pay higher prices for their higher quality clothing. And I would even go as far as to say that I would actually be willing to buy a full price item from Wilfred if I had the money to, which I don't really have at the moment because I'm a college student. But if I had the money to, I would definitely invest in Wilfred clothes because they have just really nice quality overall. So there you have it. That is my ranking of 4 Aritzia brands from the worst brands to the best brands. Let me know in the comments below if you agree or disagree with any of them. If you would like me to do a review of any other brand, feel free to mention. And as always, I'm always looking for a critique, so if you think I could do better in any way, feel free to let me know. I will try to improve. So thank you so much for hanging along with me if you did, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.